Hey guys, it's Lee from Andertons here again, and we've nabbed Chris, who's the guild specialist for these guys here. So, and Newark Street was one of the highlights for me of the last year's Namm show, because I thought there was a real gap for a range of sort of quality semi-acoustic style guitars that weren't Gibson kind of money, but was better than, say, Epiphone kind of money. And I think Newark Street sort of filled that gap, and it's been very popular. But there are 4 new models now in the range. So
there are 4 new models for 2014, and Guild has always built electric guitars from our inception in 1953, 60-some years ago. Always built electric guitars. In the recent decades, we've kind of gotten away from that a little bit. Yeah. But we reintroduced electrics with a vengeance last year at Namm. The Newark Street guitars, we showed 9 of them last year, 4 new ones for 2014. I'm holding a limited edition or limited run M75 Gold Top. Same specs as the M75 we showed last year, but instead of the Sunburst, it's a gold top, strangely enough. Mahogany back, chambered, very, very light.
What do you think that weighs, about 5 pounds?
I'm holding it down and keeping it from floating off up to the ceiling.
It's
so
like
light.
An acoustic guitar kind of light, isn't it?
It is, actually it is. Yeah. It is. Yeah, 5.5 pounds would be the estimate. Don't know for sure. Anyway, 2 single coil pickups, soap bar look, the Guild harp tailpiece, same switching volume and tone for each pickup, 3-way switching, but very responsive, light, great sounding guitar.
And let me pass you the next one. Or I can, which one do you want to do then?
Let's do this one. We just replace this one. Also new for 2014, the E100 D Capri. Not such a thin, hollow body guitar. 2 humbucking pickups, again, 3-way switching, the same type of controls, and a Bigsby vibrato tailpiece.
What's the pickup-wise? Are they using a Guild-owned brand on here?
It's our own pickup based on the humbucking pickups.
The almondy type.
Yeah, it's more of the Guild pickup from back in the day. Okay. Not quite the same degree of output as other humbuckers you may be familiar with, but a very unique Guild-esque tone.
That's beautiful looking guitar, isn't it?
It's a very handsome guitar.
And again, I won't hold you to this, but in the UK, all the Newark Street comes in sort of under £1,000. So ideal for I mean, obviously I appreciate that Guild were making guitars like this back in the 50s, but I suppose the famous ones are going to be like, you know, the Gibson, like all the sort of Scotty Moore kind of stuff.
The S175, for example, would be the Gibson analog for this guitar.
But this is a fantastic, you know, alternative to someone that maybe isn't, you know, hasn't got $3,000 or $4,000 to spend on a guitar.
True. They're really a value-driven product, designed, I guess designed is the word, by Mike Lewis from Guild, from Fender, due to great painstaking care in recreating what went before with some modern touches. The frets are a little bit taller. The electronics may be a little bit more modern, but still a very vintage Guild vibe.
It's a beauty. Anyway.
Thank you.
Next.
We have the scout locations for 2 interviews tomorrow.
Bigsby's. You can't get enough of the Bigsby,
You can't get enough of the Bigsby.
It's just,
how could you?
I agree. I mean, I think when I was younger, I had this idea that the Bigsby was this tremolo that didn't work very well and went out of tune, and that was kind of why you didn't see it too much. But as I've got older, and again, Bigsby's have made a bit of a comeback, you realize that they're actually a perfectly stable tuning trem, and they just sound different.
They sound great. They're not really a dive bomb like a Floyd Rose or a locking trem. They're not made for that. That's not what they were ever used for. But for a little bit of vibrato or a Dwayne Eddy twang, they're perfect.
Exactly that kind of Dwayne Eddy sound. You can't get that unless you've got the Bigsby.
That's right.
So what else have we got on here? This is, what was this called? The
Starfire 5. It's very similar to the Starfire 4 that we introduced with the Bigsby tailpiece. Again, volume and tone for each of the humbucker pickups, 3-way switching, and a master volume control.
Is it a center block guitar?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Thin line.
Love the machine heads. Look, real vintage kind of cool machine heads on here with the open mechanism. That's cool. I really like these. Really like these a lot. And there's one
very value-driven instruments.
There's one more, isn't there?
Okay,
so the last one of the 4. You've decided not to leave the bass players out this time.
We don't want to leave the bass players out. We introduced the Starfire Bass last year, but new for 2014 is the M85. Same pickup as the Starfire Bass, but just a different look, a different feel, different vibe.
Is this an old Guild model? Or?
Yes, it is. And it's sort of the companion piece to the M75 there, and wherever the other one has gone.
I love these wooden saddles on the bridge here. I've never seen that on a
And
bass
it
before.
obviously gives you a little different tone than
Yeah,
if they
it must do.
were metal feet.
Yeah.
Just a little warmer, maybe not quite as harsh in some cases.
That looks great.
So cool looking. Very
I get completely
retro.
hollow, or no, it's not, is it?
No, it's not completely hollow. It's a chambered body.
So it's almost, a bit Beatlesy, maybe, that kind of vibe.
Well,
I couldn't possibly say that.
That's not a bad thing to say. So yes, we'll accept that.
It looks very cool. Anyway, you've been a star. Thanks a lot for taking us through,
Thank
Chris.
you, Lee.
You
Very
take it
much.
easy. Come see us again when you're in Guildford.
I
Remember
look
where we
forward-
are next
I'll
time.
remember where you are this time. Next time in Guildford.
See you later.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, man. Bye.